Welcome, football fans, to the birthplace of America, the city of brotherly love. The place where you'll find the best cheesesteak made in this country and some of the best football played inside of Lincoln Financial Field. Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And away we go at the link. He's going to field this at the 2. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Throwing now from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
First, you try to run it. Second, you try to throw it. And both times, you end up behind your own line of scrimmage. Break out the coffee along the sideline. Get everybody a dose of caffeine because one side came to play and the other better wake up.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Here's a throw. His first throw is an interception. And the Eagles force the turnover on the first series of this game. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate, in this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth. Who's going to respond next?
He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, when receivers have room to operate, that's a play that can totally gash a defense. But, Kate, when you get down here in the red zone, it becomes so much tougher because you have a whole lot less space. And, in fact, you'll see defenses swarm like that one just did.
From the 17. This throw is cut. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. Well, we see the medical staff headed out there now. We're going to get a timeout as they handle an injured player. Not what you want to see so close to the end of the season. They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal.
Here we go. Ready?
They'll try and punch it in. Is in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles parlay the interception into points. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Offense to the line for second down. Trying again following the sack. That one's complete over the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's good for a Cowboys first down. Plowing up the middle. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
First and 10, looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Another try following the sack. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete.
You know, that is so hard to do. It's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Throwing from the gun here. That one's complete, right side. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Whiteout's getting involved in the ground game. It's an 11-yard gain to back up the considerable gamble there on fourth down, and they move those chains.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Still on the move, coming to the line for first and 10. From the red zone now. Cut near the goal line. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. That holding penalty is going to make first down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Gets him 5 back on that first down run. It's going to be 2nd and 15.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Looking to the air here. Escapes the pocket. The Eagles swarm in and take him down. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
This defense could not make a bigger statement out of the gate with this game. Man, the lead up to a ball game, trash talk. Right, things said in the paper, bulletin board material, whatever it is. This defense took something personal, Kate, and they are taking it out on this quarterback.
So a really tough spot here. This is 3rd and a country mile. He'll look to throw. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Now Brandon Aubrey will try to knock it through for the Cowboys. Ball on the left hash for this 41-yarder. And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. And the deficit stays at 7.
Gosh, it didn't look like anything was wrong with that snap or hold either. He just rushed it a bit, and it winds up off the mark.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Here's the handoff. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. 1st down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Here we go, here we go.
Back to the well again. And he's going to be taken down right around the 39. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to the link right after this. Ready now for our 2nd quarter. The Eagles have the football.
Let's go.
They've got 3rd and 2 to start out.
Go.
Penix. That's caught for the 1st. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Putting a receiver in motion. From the 43. Out left, Lamb makes the ground. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
The handoff on 3rd and short. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1.
Ready. Take go.
They'll run for this. And he's able to get back to the line, but that is all. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
Well, a blitz on 4th down's a gutsy call, but it can work against a pass or a run. Good luck running for the sticks when you got a whole defense crashing you right off the snap.
Play action on 1st down. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. This one intended for the running back. So 2nd down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
2nd and 10 now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That is now the 5th sack this offense has had to endure in the first half alone. We're on a double-digit pace here. And I'll tell you what, I know how these defensive coordinators work. They can feel the blood in the water. They are not going to stop getting after this quarterback until this offense can find a way to protect itself.
3rd and long for him here. He's going to push one deep down the right. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. And that brings up 4th and long. The Cowboys sending out their punting unit. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. Collects this at the 35. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. Looks like he might break it for a minute, but still a good 14 yards on the return. And the Eagles will take possession. First and 10, ball set up at the 48.
Hawk 70, go!
Give now to the running back. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Cowboys territory. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Set up! Huh.
Play action, here's Penix. And down he goes, the Cowboy defense gets it done. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up.
Knowing how our wonderful EA Sports team and director does his job, we're going to see a replay real quick here, Kate, and I want to see that moment of truth, that panic in the QB's eyes. You run that bootleg, you're out there alone, you got to make something happen, or you could take a risk like that, a huge sack for this defense.
Cowboy 80! Hey, check that, street! Ready!
Here he is on 3rd and long. He puts everything behind this one. They connect on the deep shot. Touchdown, Philadelphia. So no mistaking that play call, Gronk. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
That one splits the uprights. And the Eagles double their lead to 14. Elliott all set for the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Buys time, rolling right. Pass is hauled in by the running back. And he takes this out after crossing the 45. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the 1st down.
They cross the 40 on a nice run. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Dallas! The Cowboys start to fight back with their first points of this game. A game-breaking play there, stunning the defense and giving this offense one for the highlight reel, baby.
Yep, just put another one on there, Kate. He is a threat to score anytime he touches the ball. The defense, well, they had him ready to go. They were ready to body him up in coverage, but receivers today, and we see it all the time, the best of them, they don't just do it through the air. They can use their legs as a weapon. That's a big-time touchdown run.
Now, probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. Has this at the 6. This return makes it up to the 25. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Let's go. Panther Street. Panther Street.
Here's a give up the middle. And he crosses the sideline a yard or two beyond, it looks like the 30. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. It's the Eagles, who have 2nd and 4.
Go! Hurt, hurt!
Back-to-back carries here. Breaks the tackle, still going. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he can do like we just saw.
And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Ready, set.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Go!
Penix working from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
You know those elite zone defenses in basketball, Kate, it just feels like they're everywhere, clogging up every passing lane. This quarterback, well, he felt the same thing when he dropped back. Nowhere to go but for a sack.
Come on, come on.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Penix here from the gun. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
So as they face 4th down, on comes Corey Bojorquez to kick. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. And not only does he go in the wrong direction, but he's stopped for a net loss on the return. And after the punch, the offense comes out onto the field. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Launches one deep downfield. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. He'll throw it. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. He's going to throw this one. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Eagles might be able to get some points late after the interception.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out and throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
You know, ball skills, they're not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
So from a mile away, they'll send out the field goal unit to take a shot at this one. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. They're out and set. First and 10.
Trap 60, trap 60. Let's go now.
They go play action. Here's Penix. It's taken in by Lamb. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a Philadelphia first down. Markers reset. Ball at the 37.
Shut up.
On first down, they'll run. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
You know, for pitchers, you'll hear them say, gosh, you got to pitch this guy backwards. For defenses, you got to do the same at times, Kate. You just can't always run it on first. You got to mix in some high percentage pass plays. Otherwise, you're going to get hit right in the face for a loss just like that.
All right, here we go. Second down.
79 Bronco.
From the shotgun, Penix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. Backed up now after the penalty. It's third down.
Here we go, here we go. Mustang 19. Buffalo 18. Go.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. And they really went for it on third down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing fourth down.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Call that a 64-yard punt officially. And they'll get ready to go on offense. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Completed to his running back. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Caught for big yards on the right side. There it is. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys start the second half with some needed points. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
And this one, thankfully, not off the mark. He gets it to go. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Fielded just shy of the end zone. He stopped on the return at the 27. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Strike at 60. Sag.
Throwing Penix. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Come on. Set. Set, go.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Ready. Get up.
Back now, pressure on its way. They're on it, that's intercepted. Picked off by Damone Clark. Eagles are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
They'll throw to begin this drive. Taking a deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Hand off to the back. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. They'll throw it. Has it down close. And in for the Dallas touchdown. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and that second one far bigger than his first when you just look at the game circumstances. Puts him in front here in the second half. And puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys push their lead to 3. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. He hands it off. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Another carry for him. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the 1st down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. They give it to him again, and he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Here we go, here we go.
Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Got Lamb, and it's complete. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Let's go.
Motioning him from the slot right. We'll see what they come up with for third down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's the Eagles in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is reachable. Third down, 1 yard to go.
Go. 19 tight. 19 tight. Get up.
Here's Penix. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Set. Hurt. Set. Ready.
Lone back gets the handoff. And he found a gap to take this down to the 28. It's an 8-yard pickup, then they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Come on. Set.
From the 28. Score, touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles take a 4th quarter lead. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups, and when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Now a try to go up by 4, put it out of the range of a field goal. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles take a 4-point lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Dropping back to throw. Oh, his back's got it deep down the left sideline. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he's able to take this down to the red zone. He's stopped at the 17. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now.
Here we go, set.
They've got a man in motion. From the 17. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Back to throw. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
So a big kick coming up for Brandon Aubrey. He's looking 34 yards here down the middle. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they cut it down to within a field goal.
I don't think I'm alone. I don't think I'm the only one thinking about that earlier missed kick as that one sailed through the uprights. Now it's incumbent upon this team to find yet another way to score.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. This return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And now we'll get a pause here. Trainers headed out to take a look at an injured player. Let's hope it isn't anything that's going to keep him from finishing this season strong. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Shut up. Set go.
And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
Hold it ready.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Set. Ready. And up.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Set. Street.
Man in motion here.
Seven Pirates. Ready.
Back to throw it. He puts some power on it, deep one left. It is caught at the 20. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Here we go. Here we go.
So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone.
Hut, hut.
From the red zone now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And he got what he could there, only to the 14. Now after that play, we have somebody banged up down there. Injuries never a welcome sight so close to the end of the season. They're out to attend to him. And the Cowboys bringing on an extra DB here. 3rd down coming.
Go. Hut.
Looking to throw. Intercepted, but oh, wait. Officials say that he wasn't in bounds. The offense can let out a little sigh of relief. A lot of pressure on this kick for Jake Elliott. This is going to be a 31-yarder from the right hash. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And now their lead will push out beyond the field goal.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They're throwing it. Bails out of the pocket quick. Risky throw, and it's intercepted. And it's a pick six as he runs it in for the touchdown. Thrown at the depth where linebackers coming to play in coverage, partner, and sure enough, one of them jumps it and takes it to the house.
You say that. You know what I think about? I think about the depth finder on my fishing boat. You're absolutely right. This is where these linebackers love to lurk and could do some serious damage.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles drive their lead to 11. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Returnable from the 1. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Getting right back to it after that interception. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Eagles will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. 1 interception, it sticks with you all week long, but throwing 4, he probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now.
And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut, 2nd down. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Eagles up by 11. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Now we get another stoppage here, just 1:52 remaining. The defense burns a timeout.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
3rd down, it's Penix. Into traffic, complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Now Dallas is going to call its 2nd timeout, as they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. This a 52-yard attempt from the left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that extends their lead to 14.
That kick, well, it throws a roadblock up on some of the remaining avenues to get back in this game and really leaves only 1 remaining. It's going to take 2 touchdowns if they want a shot at it. And we know those odds, they're getting pretty long.
And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30.
On the set.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, you're looking at a huge gain.
2nd and 10 now. Trying to push it deep downfield. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Set up. Go.
To throw. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Here he is to throw. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Eagles take it away once again. The 5th time they've intercepted in this game.
I don't know about you, but I'm a little surprised that one didn't make it all the way back for 6. Took some amazing effort from the guys making the tackle to save a touchdown, but still an outstanding return from a defense that sensed they needed the big play, and they found it. You got to expect the timeout is coming any moment now, right? If you want another shot with the ball, you'll need every second you can conserve on that clock.
Here we go. Here we go.
Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. The Eagles take a knee. They're going to let the seconds tick away in this win.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So beneath a chorus of Fly, Eagles Fly, it's a win for the Eagles. And Brock, we all know any win is a good win, but playing against a division rival, oh, it always feels so much better dealing them one in the L column.
These are the teams that know you best, Kate, but also the ones that you know best. So yes, it is just a little bit sweeter when you take care of business in your own division.
So for Brock Huard and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners as we say so long from Philadelphia.